Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Michael Voris. Infant found dead at Planned Parenthood. Police found an infant dead inside a storage bin at Planned Parenthood in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Officers arrived at the facility for a security check at about 7 in the morning. Members of the criminal investigations were contacted and detectives responded to assume the investigation. Police said the baby was a white newborn baby girl. The cause of death remains under investigation, and police say an autopsy will be performed. Stem cell research ban lifted. Under pressure from legal action taken by the Obama administration, a U.S. appeals court has now lifted the funding ban on human embryonic stem cell research. The District of Columbia judge who handed down what is being called, quote, an emergency stay, says that the ban was lifted in order to give due consideration to the objections made by the administration. The Obama White House says that the ban would hinder what they consider to be valuable research, as well as costing thousands of jobs. This decision is in direct opposition to a standing 1996 law enacted by the U.S. Congress prohibiting the use of federal funds for research that destroys human embryos and therefore protecting the sanctity of all life from conception to natural death. More help for abortion whistleblowers. The pro-life group Operation Rescue is raising the reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of abortionists as part of their Abortion Whistleblowers program. The program was started last January, offering $10,000 for every successful tip. Since then, dozens of tips pointing to alleged criminal activity among abortion mill workers and doctors have been reported. This criminal activity involves everything from overbilling to embezzlement and financial fraud to more serious crimes such as coerced abortions, illegal dumping of human remains, and the death of mothers from a botched abortion. Operation Rescue says that they decided to raise the reward to $25,000 in an effort to encourage abortion mill workers to get a new start in life and leave behind a career that supports the killing of innocent human beings. An advertising campaign is planned using the internet, print, and broadcast outlets to make the program better known across the country.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
Judge rules that military policy violates so-called gay rights. The Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy toward gay members of the military is unconstitutional, a federal judge in California ruled late last week. Judge Virginia A. Phillips of the Federal District Court struck down the rule in an opinion issued late in the day. The policy was signed into law in 1993 as a compromise that would allow gay and lesbian soldiers to serve in the military, although not openly. The rule limits the military's ability to ask about the sexual orientation of service members and allows homosexuals to serve as long as they do not disclose their orientation and do not engage in homosexual acts. The plaintiffs challenged the law under the Fifth and First Amendments to the Constitution, and Judge Phillips sided with them. Court denies petition to enforce Proposition 8. The battle to preserve traditional marriage continues to rage in California as citizens demand that lawmakers enforce the vote known as Proposition 8, banning homosexual marriage and defining marriage as a bond solely between one man and one woman. The state Supreme Court has now denied the petition of California-based legal defense organization Pacific Justice Institute, which asked Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and Attorney General Jerry Brown to defend traditional marriage by launching an appeal of last month's court injunction that suspended Proposition 8. Voters passed Prop 8 2 years ago with a strong majority banning homosexual marriage by amendment to the state constitution. Denial of this appeal effectively negates the rights of California residents to defend traditional marriage by constitutional amendment. I'm Michael Vorst. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And please be sure and check out The Vortex today, where we talk about country club Christianity. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.